What's up, everybody? Rinde from AskRinde, your #1 community for foreclosure, income, and credit. So I wanted to share with you 4 recession-proof skill sets and businesses that you can actually start today that'll start earning you money right away. I think that all of us can say that we've been all reset and all basically offset this year by everything that's going on with the coronavirus, the racial unrest, the real confusion that we've seen not only here in the U.S. but all around the world. So as we forecast and we look at the future and what happens when things open up or not open up, it's important to actually position yourself so that you're okay regardless of whatever happens, regardless of whatever decisions are made by the government, regardless of whoever is president, regardless of whatever companies and industries decide to do. Because like I've shared with you guys many times, I've gone through two industry changes, and I can share with you that disruption is not an easy thing. Specifically, if you spent your entire life and a good portion of your life developing skill sets for a specific industry, and you find yourself in a position now where you can't use those skill sets because the industry is gone. So what do? Well, you need to be aware that most businesses now are going to be moving towards automation. This is something that my family and most of you who are a part of the academy that I converse with know that I've been talking about this now for the last 2 years. Businesses have actually started to inch towards this. If you've seen in your cities, you've seen that the tolls have started to move from basically having humans man the toll booths to cashless. I just went to the supermarket now as I was leaving church, and their checkout is automated. And so businesses are going to be moving to automation, specifically after what they've seen now with everything that's going on with the coronavirus. They're not going to be wanting to be dependent on humans. They're not going to want to have a situation where a person calls out sick or a person is compromised and they can't come to work and they can't facilitate what their capacity is. So they're going to be heavily moving towards automation, and you want to position yourself no matter what happens with whatever the businesses your industry does. You want to position yourself that irrespective of whatever move they make, you're going to be fine. So I'm going to share with you 4, there are 5 of them, but I'm going to share with you 4 key strategies and key skill sets that you need to have that will actually fit automation, so that regardless of whatever happens, you're going to be making money and you're going to be fine. Number 1 is digital marketing. So I stumbled into digital marketing years ago when we started to move towards developing ourselves online, primarily really out of I would say necessity, just to continue to push forward, not really having like a plan or realizing what was happening in developing influence online. And that's where I started to learn digital marketing. But I realized also that it's an absolute necessity and a must for you to be able to push forward online and to understand traffic. And so digital marketing is an invaluable skill set to have, because regardless of whatever happens, regardless of recessions, regardless of changes, a digital marketer will always be able to make money, because digital marketer understands how to generate business. Businesses now are going to be dependent on digital marketers to be able to help them to be able to generate business online. Some of them are used to being in the retail space. Retail is dying. So they now need to be able to go online, and they need to be able to, number 1, reach their customers, and then they need to, number 2, convert those customers from people who are looking to people who are purchasing. So that involves a lot of things. That involves them going online, number 1. Then that involves them being targeted to the right people, number 2. And then number 3, building trust with those people so that those people will then turn around and then buy from them. And in all products, all services, all businesses that are out there are all reliant on one thing, and that's traffic. And a digital marketer, a good digital marketer, helps a business generate traffic. And traffic is king. That's why Amazon is doing so well, because Amazon has the traffic. You take products that you either source physically, and you actually get it to Amazon where they can fulfill it for you, and they actually have the traffic to be able to have the higher chance of selling that product. Or you go the other route where you actually have a Shopify business and you actually have control, where you will have access and control over your customer and your business growth, but you have to generate the traffic. So businesses that are going to go online are going to be highly dependent on digital marketers, and a digital marketer is an invaluable skill set to have, that regardless of whatever happens, they're always going to make money. Number 2 is being a high-ticket closer. So I'm a high-ticket closer. As many of you may know or may not know, I'm a top-producing real estate agent here in New Jersey, and I sell real estate. And what I do is I matchmake. I match buyers with sellers, and I help them to be able to change the chapter in their life. Many times people look at real estate and they think it's just brick and mortar, but real estate is really truly life. And in order to be able to speak to someone on the phone that you never met before, or speak to someone on video that you never actually had any communication with before, and convince them in order to be able to entrust you with their biggest asset and biggest really thing that they have in their life, it takes a skill set. There are many things that go into that. So high ticket closing involves products and services that range over $500, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, and on and on. So if I'm selling properties, I sell properties and I'll do a closing and I make $23,000. I make $5,000. I make $10,000, $15,000, $40,000. Those are high ticket sales. So being a high ticket closer, as you can imagine, could be a game changer for you, because all you need is one sale that could probably reinstate your mortgage, or basically pay your bills for 6 months, and you really don't have to be concerned. You can put money away. You can actually do one high ticket sale, pay off everything that you owe, and then actually put money away, and then do something else to be able to grow yourself, so you never are in lack. So having a high ticket skill set is very, very invaluable, and I teach that. I actually share about tonality. I share about the psychological part of it, how to read the client. There are many things that go into it, and also in the integrity, making them feel the trust, making them feel that you honestly want to get them to where they need to be. And so all those things go into high ticket closing. And if you're looking to have financial stability long term, being a high ticket closer is something that is invaluable for you to develop, because not only can you use it for yourself, where you can then go out and get licensed, and basically either as an insurance person or a real estate agent or a mortgage person, and utilize that for yourself to be able to generate income for yourself. But also there are companies and services that want high ticket closers, and they're begging for people that have the skill set to be able to convert someone. I mean, think about it. With this virus and everything, it's put people in a place where you can't just go door to door anymore. You're not going to be able to do those type of things. You're going to have to be able to learn how to speak to people either through phone or other means, where you're able to convince them they don't have the capability and the skill set in order to be able to convert, not only make contact and keep and maintain rapport with the person and the contact and the target on the phone, but then convert them to sales. So when you're a high ticket closer, not only are you positioning yourself where you're an indispensable asset, but you're also really indestructible in the sense that you can actually go anywhere. So if a company decides that they're not interested in the service or whatever it is, you can always find companies and services that are out there that were willing to pay you. And whether they're going to be doing a commission cut or whether they're going to be paying you a flat, salary, you have that skill set to be able to get on whatever platform they give you and do it. So in this, situation that's happened, we realized and seen that some people have been door to door salespeople. They can't do that not anymore. They're going to have to be skilled on the phone. They're going to have to be skilled in other forms of media in order to be able to reach people and convert them. So that's something that I teach. I teach, various facets of high ticket sales in order to be able to get yourself so that you can actually make large chunks of money, and then either put that money away or take that money and invest it, or basically keep yourself solvent. Number 3 would be consulting. So this is one of the two that's the fastest ways to make money, and consulting is one of them. Consulting meaning that if you have a specific skill set or something that you've actually has been exposed to over the last number of years, you can turn that into a consulting service and start to actually offer that. That's very important, because many people don't realize that when you're in a jam, you're in a situation like what we're in, where you're trying to figure out how to make it, how to now not only pay your bills, but really how to keep a roof over your head, how to avoid foreclosure, how to basically reinstate yourself, how to take care of your family and buy food, all these other things. And how do you do that from home when you can't go out? I was talking to a client the other day. She's a home health person, and she said, well, I can't do this anymore because the people that I service, most of them have caught the virus. So I can't, they're calling me to go to work, but that's a risk to me. I'm 50 something years old. What do you do when you're not like 20, you're not 30, or regardless of whatever your age is, and you need to be able to make an income from home? So these are the things that I teach also when it comes to consulting, how to actually take whatever it is that's gifting or anything that you've been exposed to, and turn that into consultancy so that you can start to generate and make money from it. And you can do that right from home. I share with you how to actually do that right from home. And number 4 would be services. So services, you could say that it's similar to consulting, but it's a little different. You can actually generate and create services from home that will actually allow you to be able to generate money from home. And the services go more along the line of you recognizing and seeing an opportunity or a void. So you take a step back and you assess what people need, what people are looking for, what people want. And you actually then say, okay, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and position myself in a service so that I can provide that. One of the services that we've seen that have been really prominent throughout this entire crisis that we've seen that's almost now a way of life is delivery. You know, there are people who have grown from delivery because they've seen that most people now are in a position where we're not as mobile and as fluid as a society. Now we're restricted. Now we have to be cautious. We go to think that we're going to reopen and we find out that there's a surge. So now we may be in this back and forth. We're not sure if this is going to last for how many years until they find a cure for it. But my point basically is that delivery is an indispensable service because goods and products need to be able to get to people. So we've seen that a service such as delivery has been invaluable. You developing a service around something that people can actually use and utilize in their situation, whether they're working from home, whether they're doing homeschooling, whether they're now in a position where they can't go out anymore, and you're providing a service centered around that, it's where you can actually generate money and you can do it right from home. So we've seen also Zoom's stock has gone up because, again, that's a service that they're providing that have allowed people to be able to connect from right where they are. And so services are key. And they don't have to be anything grand or anything that's listed on the stock exchange. It could be a service that you develop that you can actually pinpoint and target to either a niche or a specific demographic and people to be able to help them. So that's something that's very invaluable and all these things that I'm sharing with you are things that we've made money with online. So I'm not teaching anything that I've not done. I'm not teaching anything that I have not experienced before. I only teach and share what I've gone through. So my entire journey with what I've shared with you guys with foreclosure and dealing with it and beating with it, these are things that I've actually gone through, I've made money with, and we've done that over the years. And I'm sharing that to say that these are the things that I recognize that I will highlight that will be able to make you money and generate you money online and right from home. And so if you want to learn more about how to actually develop the skill sets, how to become recession proof right from home, you can actually click the link below and also connect with me by sending me an email, AskRindeNetwork@gmail.com. It'll be great to talk to you and communicate with you and see where you are, see what's going on with you, see what you need help with as far as positioning yourself so that you're able to generate income from home and not be dependent or be a victim or be stalled by everything that's going on. You're going to have to continue to keep moving even if it's from home. So really looking forward to actually sharing more. Thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, share the video, comment below. Let me know what you think. If you know of another recession proof business, if you know another skill set that is valuable, that can be helpful, please share that. We'd like to know more about it. And I look forward to sharing and seeing you guys on the next video. Until next time, thank you so much for watching.